growth, inspiration, deep connections, and shared experiences. Hi loves, welcome to another episode of the SJ podcast. Finally, I have a guest and I'm honored that this guest happens to be my friend Izibele.
Hi guys.
So to give you a little background or information on Izibele. Izibele is a third-year psychology student at NMU. She is the chairperson of the Psychology Society at NMU. She's a founder of an organization that advocates for mental health called Ndingumntu Nam, and she is the 2019 Mandela Cultural Fellow. Yes. Welcome to my podcast, Sonosam.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
So I don't really have a specific thing to talk about, ne? It's just questions on different things.
Got you.
And the first question is, can you share the journey of becoming the Izibele we see today? And by that, I mean the confident Izibele. Because from now, people really love to assume that I was born confident and they've never seen the journey to me becoming this confident person who constantly puts herself out there. So can you share the journey to becoming this confident Izibele we are seeing today?
Okay. Well, honestly, I think my confidence was inspired a lot by my mother. Because my mother is a very unapologetic woman. Like, she just does her own stuff. She doesn't care what other people say. So I think it started for me, I think I was in grade 4. Was I in grade 4? I'm not sure which grade I was in, but there was this grade where I had to cut my hair. And I remember feeling so my self-esteem was very low at the time. It was very, very low. And I had a lot of guy friends at school and they laugh at me. And the interesting is I'd laugh with them. Because I got that because you have to be honest with yourself at some time. So that happened. And then after that, straight after that, I remember my friends teased me. They were like, Izibele devil worshipper and I will never forget that story. I saw it in
If you're watching right now, you're part of that.
So they were like, no, Izibele devil worship, and it was the time of Beyonce and
Illuminati and stuff.
It was that time. So I remember going to my mom, I was hurt shame. I was crying. So and I'm crying hysterically, I'm hurt, My mom stood there and then she was like, when I was as you devil worshipper.
Exactly.
And I was like, no. And then she was like, then why are you crying? That was literally a game changer for the rest of my life. But for the rest of my life, I've always held on to that moment. Because just because Omnye says something about me, it doesn't make it true. I should not internalize it. So if you feel like dimbi or unprofessional,
that's your thing. That's your story. You know what you know now,
exactly.
And you're confident in that. Exactly. Love that. Now we move on to speaking about purpose. Do you think you found your purpose?
Yes, I think I have.
And what do you think purpose feel like? Okay, what does having found your purpose feel like?
For me, my purpose is a sense of direction. Because then if you know your purpose, you know what to do next. Not necessarily what to do, but how to do it. What's next? Because I think I just found my purpose in just trying to help people and being there for people. When people talk about purpose, I literally always go back to a moment in primary where kwakukho omnye umntana wayesistudent with us, but he was very sick. He was epileptic. Epilepsy.
Epilepsy.
He was epileptic, so okay, I remember this day, right? And then people were just trying to help him, and I was one of those people. I know nothing. I don't even know what that was at the time. I didn't know. I wasn't informed about it. But from then, I just saw, I keep going back to that moment when everybody was trying to help him, call out Inansika or Tishara. Not only that, but I also didn't like the fact that abantu bademgezela, because abantu besithi uyavibrate.
Yeah, people
So,
can be so cruel sometimes.
bruh, so I remember literally advocating for that in primary, but no man, like ngomnye umuntu naye. So a purpose is sort of like guides you throughout your life and what you should do, how you should do it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know which question to go next. Okay, let's talk about mental health before other questions. I know that you're passionate about this, and we've had these conversations before on my Instagram. Where does your passion for mental health come from?
No, that's a hard question. That's a very hard question. Mostly I am inspired, or my passion for it was triggered by my brothers.
Yeah.
Because like I have a lot of brothers. I have more brothers than I have sisters, and I have more guy friends than I have girlfriends. So just seeing how their life is, like not being allowed to cry, not being allowed to voice out how you feel.
The saying in Scotland,
Like Diabasizela, bruh. I will literally look at my brother and I'm like, yo, Diabasizela, because the world, like, you're not ready for the world. What you're going to experience, and how you're going to experience it. And I just want to give people a choice. It's okay to talk about mental health. It's okay to cry. I'm a crier. I'll literally be in the mall. If you didn't kataza,
then you kataza. Me and you both. I'm a cry baby. Yeah.
It helps. It helps, bruh. So I think, and then I got inspired by my own mental health last year, because like it took a toll, guys. Right. Like 2019, it was a hard year, but last year was like one of the hardest years in minimum, because most of the time when you're a helper, and like when you're in the profession of helping, you tend to put other people first.
You drop literally everything to be there for the other person.
Then you are not available. Exactly. And it shows when you neglect your mental health. It doesn't show now. It's not gonna show now. Months ahead. Also think back,
no man.
Neglect because they gave A, B, no C, like A, B, no C, no D, and I didn't like address that, or I didn't deal with it, and now it's coming back in
and hard to deal with.
So that's it.
Let's talk about your organization that advocates for mental health. What is the aim for this organization?
Like the aim of the organization is to basically create like a free space for conversations to be had on different topics, not only mental health, because in the Black community we also have like GBV, your pride. People are not informed enough about Zimbabwe. So it's just basically a platform to provide information that the Black community is not really familiar with.
Okay. And I feel like how society is learning to make space for people to talk about mental health. It's really changing, because I feel like for the longest time society did not have space for us to talk about mental health. And things I feel like change. And organizations such as yours that raise awareness about such things come in handy. Okay. There was this video you made. I know you're still gonna make a video on that on your Instagram, but what you said, Payana, stuck with me. You were talking about knowing who you are, and you as a person being a representation of all the efforts the people around you have invested in you. Can you say that again? Like, you just need to say that for them to hear you say that again, please.
Okay, so like now I'm very proud. Like I'm very, very, very proud of who I am. I remember this one time, dan for uronda wasekhaya nasedladleni khona enye indawo ndiyathanda ukuba creative and stuff, and I remember neenkukhu zasekhaya futhi that's for and that's post. That's because I know that if bendingakhulelanga emqhekezweni, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. Yebo, because akhona namagama ne-practices endizaziyo. Umzekelo, I remember I posted on my story that was actually what led to me making the video. Then bona ivideo yabantu abagubhayo. Yabona mosumgubho. Yeah. So I'm like, ezo zinto zothina zizinto ezifundisayo, yabo, because it's what is done by the community, and it's instilled in you get. So that's what I meant by like being proud of who I am and where I come from, because all of those aspects, all of those people, all of those events about a child ground years ago, but that has implemented something in the person that I am today. So it's the investments that other people have made in the person that I am today. That is what makes me proud.
Sorry,
let's just leave it. That is what makes me proud.
And there was something that you said in the video we made last year on my Instagram. You said something along the lines, it's not about you. I don't remember the question I asked you for you to say that, but you talked about a guy who
once said it.
Can you please again talk a little bit about that point? It's not about you.
Okay. So the first time I came across this thing, I was watching an interview, I think it was 3 Talk or something, where Ukuluminati Skenjana was sharing the story about how somebody else told him that it wasn't about him. So people invest in into oyenzayo, ne? Like, okay, you did mention somebody who's been mising you to do inansi. That person, that person is making it about them, because it's about what they can contribute to you, to the project. They don't think about the inversity of it, because inversely you are also like contributing and investing in the movement. So the minute you make something about you, you're taking away its element of life, because ubomi bra, we're all connected. Sonke ndinganceda namhlanje, but when you may help like millions tomorrow just because I helped you. And me basing on my life, how am I even gonna benefit from it? Because many people benefited from how I helped you, but like him now the benefit tanjani. You get it?
I get you.
So like once I learned that, I stopped internalizing a lot of stuff, because like even in relationships, like friendships and stuff, sometimes you'll be selfish and be like, why didn't you tell me you're going through A, B, C, and D? Or why didn't you tell me, like as a friend, why didn't you tell me about it? It's not about me. Like,
I feel like we are allowed to go through things and when we feel like we are in a headspace right to actually tell Izibele was going through this. I'll tell you when I feel like it's the right time for me to share that with you.
Like somebody will come up to me and be like, yo, I'm not okay, I need to talk to you. No, it's okay. One, like, I'm gonna keep a confidentiality, because it's not easy to speak up. And 2, it's okay if you get to a point where you feel like, I'm not ready to talk about this anymore. Because the person can literally come up to you and be like, yes, easy, I need your help. Then that disappears. You can check up on that person, but
do you know how this it's not about you saying has like when you said that, it reminded me of how this has been applying in my own life. It has to do with dreams. I sometimes remember, or I have moments where I remember that I do what I do not for me. I do have moments that remind me, you know what, Sethu, you are not constantly putting yourself out there chasing your goals and doing everything because it's about you. When you are doing this for mostly my motivation is my nieces and the kids coming after me. I want them to have an example of the things they want to become, because I feel like, I don't feel like I know, so I've been told many times to be realistic. My sister personally told me that I need to be realistic, and then I was telling her about my dreams, like, I want a Range Rover, I want to be Miss Essay, and she once told me to be realistic. and look at where I come from before I decide to dream that big. So I feel like it's not about me comes from now in that sense.
Yeah,
but
I get it.
I want to change the standard set for my nieces and every kid that comes after me of how far they can dream. I want them to know that they can dream further than the people who have come before us. When I have dreamed.
And like you have to be the one to set examples that were never set for you. Because like exactly. But you have to show other people. And even now when you are inspired by many other people who understood, but it's not about me, but it's about the people that I'm trying to help.
Exactly.
That's great.
Do you see why I needed to have you as my guest? I'm hoping you see why I needed to have. There's something about you. We were talking about you, on your SNS or whatever. Like there's something about you, Izibele, that draws people in. Literally, your energy is inviting. You have the most beautiful energy, bra.
Thank you so much, bra.
Okay. Let's talk about why. Like the why. Now the question is, can you please touch on the power of being intentional? Having your why behind every action. And I feel like at this time of my life, I'm in a space where I feel disconnected with my own why when I do things, with my own intention. So can you please talk about the importance of having your why behind your every action?
That's a hard question. That is a very hard question. I think most of the time, my why is like literally connected to Lendo Sisando Iteta. Because when I think of myself making it and doing all the things that I've wanted to do in my life, I will think of my grandmother. My grandmother like dropped out of school grade 9, and she got married to my grandfather, started a family and stuff like that. And my grandfather owned many businesses, Epangile Kaba, and stuff like that. And I reflect and I'm like, this is literally my grandmother's dream. Because I get so it's not about me. It's about the investments that the people made. It's about the school fees that my mother had to pay. The school fees so I think it just aligns with everything that I've been taught, everything that I've come across. And another important thing is to know that your why can change sometimes. Because as ukhula nawe uyachinja
as a person.
Izinto awuziboni ngohlobo olufanayo. So sometimes we beat ourselves so much, we beat ourselves up so much xa mhlawumbi i-reason yakho to do things is not the same okanye ungayiboni ufumaniseke uba okay, I wanted to I applied for a scholarship to go wherever. Then you go, you come back. Now what? So it's important to always acknowledge that you're growing and ours you don't know everything.
And that I feel like that was the closing
for real already.
Literally, I had very few questions. I don't know from here.
Like okay, I was just thinking of a quote name. Erika Badu.
No.
Okay, so there's this lady who I love so much. Her name is Erika Badu name. And there's a quote that says the man who knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. So if you know that and it's easier for you to like adopt a teachable spirit.
Because you totally want to learn more.
Exactly.
More.
But if you close yourself off,
like, I know it all.
Degree.
I have experienced life more,
Bruh, I can't imagine who don't have degrees but know so much. They have so much knowledge. Like I always say, Nabana, people, each and every single person is like a book.
Yeah.
Different birth date, different birth time,
Yeah.
different birthplace, different everything. From there, like yoga in there different.
Yeah.
So imagine we have so much information lying around. I can learn so much from you, from the chapters that you've written. I can learn from that. I can learn from somebody else, and it's also something that I can say.
Yeah.
So I think into esibethayo kakhulu thina as like young people, ilaa nto yoba uyozibona umdala ngoba hayi ngoku na-21 asoze ndihang out nobani. Who don't even have their lives figured out and stuff like that. So bethakala. So yeah, I think that's just something.
Thank you for taking your time and coming here and sharing everything you have shared.
Thank you, bro. I'm just sad that this video has come to an end.
I know what you feel.
Because like there's just so many conversations you can have as young people. It doesn't even have to be easily serious.
Yeah, but you know what? This is like I pay paleo. Yes, the convo right now is over, but my channel will forever be here, so you can always come and we have different conversations about whatever as if we need to talk. So yeah, man, thank you so much, Izibele, again for taking the time to be here and pouring into this thing I'm trying to do up. You see, so
thank you, bruh. Thank you. And honestly, this will make a difference.
Yeah.
This is making a difference, in fact, because now there's stuff that I'm coming away from this interview that I've learned. And best believe, guys, let me say 5 years from now, like so this is she's gonna be you're gonna wish you replied to her DMs, you're gonna wish you followed her, you're gonna wish you know me. So yeah, thank you so much for
saying that. Guys, that is all that I had for you with Izibele today. I hope you enjoyed the conversations we have and you have learned from Izibele and you take away something from this conversation, because that is the purpose of this podcast. So thank you very much for watching or listening, because I plan to make this also the audio podcast. I do have a podcast already. You're now making moves. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you as always. Bye.